MAAC and Canisius, Niagara, the ability to host NCAA championships is very important. It's part of our branding effort. It's part of our strategic plan to service our communities that partner up with us on so many different ventures, and our fan base that supports MAAC basketball, whether it's at Canisius or at Niagara or any of the other 9 schools. We really do want to have our fans present them the opportunity to attend the NCAA championship. So over the years, we've done that here. This will be the 5th time the NCAA basketball has come into this building now as the first Niagara Center. I can remember some great games here over the years, starting in 2000, and we want the fans to come out again and enjoy themselves. And it's the reason these buildings were built, and it's the reason Buffalo has done such an excellent job. It's got a great facility and a great community.
Well, for us as an institution, it gives us a lot of recognition in our community. Our alumni like to have that event in our community, but the Western New York community at large supports that event, and it's really another step for us to help build the economic impact of the event and to help us grow downtown.
Well, the MAAC has partnered up with a number of different arenas and facilities throughout our footprint, including Florida, where we do a lot of business with Disney, of course, with our fall championships in golf. So we have bids coming out of the Amway Center, and we have them in Philly and Albany and Trenton and Bridgeport. We work with a lot of facilities, but both with the Frozen Four here at the first Niagara Center and with the possible lacrosse rounds at Rich Stadium, we want to bring back those championships that have done well, Frozen Four, or are new to the region, lacrosse. And we think both of them present excellent opportunities. Frozen Four has become a huge enterprise since the day we were here. As part of that bid, the arena and the 2 schools and the MAAC will have to guarantee some $2.5 million in net revenue to the NCAA, which means basically we have to gross about $4 million. Well, that's a lot of responsibility on the part of the 4 bidding entities, and one we take seriously. But we also know that it's worth it to the community because the economic impact will be dramatic as hotels are filled and the restaurants are busy and the bars are servicing the patrons. So we do want to bring it back, but it's a big nut to cover, and we'll be working hard if we get the bid to move it forward to a successful sellout.
The Harbor Center is a fantastic facility for our hockey program, and we've talked a lot about how that's going to help grow our hockey program, both from a recruitment and a fan standpoint, and what we want to be part of downtown. So all of that has been covered pretty significantly. But what it means in the bid process for the Frozen Four is it's one of the only 3 rink complexes that you're going to have together that are going to be an NHL building, but also has a practice facility, has a hotel involved right attached to it for the media and for the host teams. So I think this entire Harbor Center project is going to be a great piece when the NCAA is evaluating the bids and evaluating the Buffalo bid on what we can do for the Frozen Four.
Well, the NCAA, when they look at any championship, whether it's basketball or hockey or wrestling, are looking at a number of different factors. One of them is transportation, and certainly Buffalo has a great international airport. One of them is hotels. And the addition of all these new properties downtown really enhances the bids, particularly for the Frozen Four in basketball. And then the ability to have first-class facilities. Well, we know here at the first Niagara Center there's none better. And then you have Rich Stadium involved in the bid for lacrosse, which is an NFL stadium, so it has all the bells and whistles you'd expect. And then you need to go out and show the NCAA you've got a partnership that's committed to putting on the championship in a first-class manner. And the MAAC and Canisius, Niagara, and the different arenas have a track record of hosting great championships here and selling them out, which I always think is pretty important. So we put that all together in a package and present it to the NCAA, and hopefully we're successful. But there's a lot of competition there, particularly for the Frozen Four. It's become something of bragging rights for the NHL buildings to get that event. And so we'll see if we're successful. We certainly put on a great event here when we hosted it previously.
Canisius has a long-standing tradition in the city of Buffalo, and we look at the college as being an important part of not only helping bring some revitalization to downtown, but to the community at large. And I think Canisius has always cast in Western New York a disproportionate shadow on our community because of our alumni and the involvement the college has not only on Main Street but throughout the area. And I think this is just another step for us to do that. Our involvement downtown, our involvement at Harbor Center is another piece not only for Buffalo but for the downtown area.